what are some of the daily challenges in the in operating
The daily
Panama Canal?
challenge is just to keep the operation running. I mean, you realize that it's an operation that it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never closes. And we are crossing about 14,000 ships a year. So get that number of ships across the canal every year without stopping by itself, it's a huge challenge every day. In the long run, more structural challenges are perhaps water. We need to do more reservoirs. Madden and the Gatun Lake are not sufficient to continue improving the operations of the canal, because that same water is the water that people in Panama City and Colon and Arraiján and use for consumption. And even though the expanded Panama Canal uses a system of that permits a very efficient use of the water, because we are able to reuse some of the water, and therefore we have been saving water. Human consumption of water has increased out of proportion in recent years. We are consuming today in Panama City and Colon and Arraiján, we are consuming the water that it was projected that we would be consuming in 2025. So we clearly need more water. And that's going to be a challenge because additional reservoirs, additional dams will have to be built to maintain the level of operations, the levels of operations, and be able to supply of drinking water to the populations of Panama City and Colón. We still have some disputes, as I mentioned to you before, some claims made by the CUPSA, the contractor that built the expansion of the Panama Canal. We still have some claims that are in arbitration. They need to be solved. We're confident that the Panama Canal will prevail in those claims, but that's something that is still there and pending. And eventually we need to perhaps build a fourth set of locks to continue meeting the increased demand of vessels for transiting the canal.